Buying a home is more than just a transaction. It's a journey. And for many, it can feel overwhelming, confusing, and even a little scary. But hey, you're not alone.
Yeah, I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
1 year,
Thanks,
1 year old.
Make us feel a little bit older.
So I did an accounting internship. That's when I realized accounting is really boring. And one day in the winter, we showed up to frame a house and had to shovel about a foot of snow off the subfloor. And that's when I was like, hey, I need to figure something else out. And so when my great-grandpa was doing development building, he was doing a lot. So he had developments all over Utah County, all the way up into Tremonton, and would fly back and forth to check on progress. He had a pilot's license and a little plane that he flew around in, and harder than everyone thinks. And I just remember at that point, it was like, hey, what do I have? I have a deep hunger and drive to be successful. And so I think if you can show that side of yourself, that's how you overcome that experience barrier. And just being upfront with people, yeah, I'm new, but I want to get this done.
It's fun to learn, and it's fun to just be in it every day and kind of show yourself, okay, I can do hard things and I can do things that make me uncomfortable, but the payoff is still worth it after some time.
You lose that a little bit because you become totally a little jaded, I feel like.
But the reality is, if we go back to what I think we like to do is really help people, right?
Yeah,
we're trying to help people. And a lot of times people need a little bit of shepherding, a little bit of hand-holding, a little bit of, let me kind of lead you there. And I found people that if they're highly motivated, there might be a path, right?
There's always a path, and it might not be so cut and paste. So if I can't get them approved now, then let's make a plan to get you approved.
And I will say, the ones that have a big down payment, easy to qualify, those are nice. But I think the more rewarding ones are the ones that take a little bit of figuring and work. And when you get it done, it's like, hey, look what we made happen because we stuck with it. There's people I've worked with for years that just staying in front of, are you ready? You know, we're working on our credit, or people that have filed bankruptcy and stayed in touch with them for 7 years till that clears off their credit and they're able to actually buy. Yeah, so I think it's just, like you mentioned, it is scary. And a lot of that anxiety comes from the unknown, right? That's the human brain, is the things we don't know, even myself, I'm sure. Yeah, and I think so with that anxiety and the fear of the unknown, and a lot of times we take for granted how much we know because we're doing it all day. And so I think that's where we help people the most, is just by helping them understand and fill in the gaps of where their knowledge lacks, informing them what to expect, but making that jump from, okay, we're considering, we're browsing, we're looking at homes, to actually closing on a home. It takes strategy.
Like using a mortgage broker and the right realtor, like that's like a dangerous pair. Like honestly, like it's a dangerous thing if you have all the pieces of the puzzle behind you helping you make the correct strategy.
Interest rates might not be ideal. You're not married to the interest rate. You can refinance, rates get lower. Home prices aren't going down anytime soon. I don't see home prices going down, and I don't think waiting, throwing your money away at rent, hoping that interest rates drop 1% while home prices continue to increase, just doesn't make sense. It's which side of that equation do you want to be on?
Yeah, you're paying somebody's mortgage. Yeah. Do you want to pay your own, or do you want to pay somebody else's?
Yeah. I even had a client once that on a listing, I sold their house. There was an issue with a culvert in front of the house that the irrigation company came back to the new buyer and said, hey, you need to replace this culvert. And it ended up going to court. They don't need someone who just sends them a million listings. And it's strategic. I'm sending you these properties that match what you're looking for. But the homes that I'm seeing that are selling now in this market are priced strategically, staged strategically, have professional photos, house plans, or a 3D walkthrough. And there's really only two things that sell a home is pricing and marketing. It's always frustrating when you go to compete for listings and then you find out you lost out to the cousin who does it part-time.
Yeah, because if I'm like getting brain surgery and there's a part-time brain surgeon or somebody that's been doing it every day, practicing his craft and doing it, and the commission is the same. Okay, I'm probably going to choose the one that's in the market every single day.
Because frankly, it just takes reps to do it. It's not something that's overnight happening.
But it doesn't really work that way. It's like you build your specialty. But I love helping people. I think the most rewarding deals for me often are first-time home buyers. But I think just the fuel that you get from seeing the excitement of people who have really had to work hard to try to make homeownership happen is, to me, that's what keeps me going. When I first started, it was you buy a smaller, older home, you fix it up and build equity, and then you go to your move-up home.
Yeah.
That has definitely shifted. First-time home buyers, a lot of them now want brand new, so they end up in a townhome, which townhomes are great.
Sure. Yeah.
But they're also slower to build equity.
Yeah.
They're the first to take a hit if the market softens. It's the land. The land is the irreplaceable commodity. So I love when lenders are willing to, even if someone doesn't qualify right now, help them come up with a plan, stay in touch with them.